Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I said that I was gonna upload at least 2 to 3 times this week. I'm very sorry, I got really busy the past week. I was actually gonna upload a video today on a makeup tutorial, but it went really wrong, and so I decided not to put it up, and I'll make it up tomorrow. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do this video for you guys, since you guys have not heard of me in a whole week. So if you guys read the title, yes, I do have a stalker, as crazy as it sounds. I know it's scary. So yeah, so let's get into the video. So yes guys, I do have a stalker. I'm really not lying to you. This is 100% real. So this all started like around 2 years ago. I met this guy. We would go to the same school, but I moved and he moved as well. So he was like closer to me because he moved to like a school that's around my school. That was around my school, my high school. And basically what happened was we started talking and we started going out, right? So when we went out, we only went out for about like 3 months. That's it, just 3 months. 3 most miserable, horrific months of my whole entire life. Like, I'm dead serious. So for the first 1.5 to 2 weeks, everything was okay. Like everything seemed so cool and there was nothing wrong. But after those 2 weeks, like everything just started going like really bad. Like first I found out that he cheated on me with his ex-girlfriend. So apparently he still had feelings for her or something, and he just dipped. So he didn't actually dip, but so he would like go to her and stuff, and they would have a thing while he was still going out with me. And I didn't find that out until like, let's say like 3 weeks after he went back to her. And when I found out, I flipped. Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, I was confused. Like, I didn't know how to feel, because I was like, who is she? Like, why did he do that? You get me? And after that, like, after I talked to him and I told him like why he was cheating on me and this and that, like, he started acting like the victim. So he would just like tell me lies and be like, oh, believe what you want. Like, I really don't care. I'm done with this. So if you guys have ever gotten cheated on, you know how cheaters act. Like, they basically try to lie their way out, and they just sound dumb as. So yeah, that happened. And so I forgave him, right? Whatever, I was dumb enough to forgive him.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
A few weeks passed by, like 1 week, just 1 week, guys, 1 week, and he went running back to the same girl, and they had like their thing again, whatever. And I was like, wow. Like, I was just like in shock, right? I was like, you know what, this is like too much. This is too much. And at the time I really didn't know what I was thinking. I felt like I didn't even think. I just did stuff without even thinking like straight. I was just thinking all those things. I was just like, maybe we moved too fast with our relationship. Maybe it was just that, to the point where he couldn't forget about her or like leave her alone, right? And this kept on going, and honestly I don't even know how I dealt with it. I just dealt with it. Like, I didn't even care. I was just like, oh yeah, he has a side chick, so okay, fuck it, like, I'm still his girlfriend. I had that mentality, and I don't even know why I had that mentality. It was so dumb. Like, I look back and I'm just like, Ketty, how are you so stupid? Like, who made you like this? Like, how could you level yourself so down? Like, it's so bad. Like, how do you even deal with it? Like, it's something you shouldn't even be dealing with, honestly. And so the third time he cheated on me, I found out he had blocked me on social media. So yeah, I had him on Facebook and Snapchat. So he had blocked me on both, and I actually made another account to see what he was doing, and I mean, and like I just started like looking for his name, right? and I see his bio and it has her name. They have their old date, like he has his old date on his bio, and it was crazy. Like I was like, what the hell? I just like, I didn't know what to feel. I didn't even know what to think. And at the time, I had this one friend, which is currently now my boyfriend. My boyfriend, we used to share out things to each other. So I told him about what happened, and he was there. Honestly, he was there to support me, and that's the reason why he's my boyfriend today. Dead ass, like dead ass. He's literally always been there for me. So yeah, I shared it out to him, and I was like, you know what, I can't no more. I just like, I'm done with it. I'm done with all his stuff. Like I can't. And later that day, I called him. I was like, where are you? And why are you doing this to me? And I saw your bio. Why did you block me? And this and that. And he was just like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't speak right now. I'm doing this and that, or I'm doing this and that. And he was the type of person who would like smoke all the time, like all the time. And I hate it so much. I hate it. So he was the type of person who would smoke all the time. He'd be like, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt right now. Like, I'll call you later. Like, don't even bother me. Like, I'm smoking this and that. And I'm like, what? Like, and then I started like telling him, I was like, can you just like hear me out? Like, just talk to me for a little bit. And like, I need to tell you something. And he just like clicked. Like, that was it. Like, he just clicked. And I just stayed in shock. And I was like, he really just clicked on me. And so I was just thinking throughout the whole day, I needed to talk to people. So I called my best friend. I called other people that were like close to me, like friends. And I was like, you know what, I need advice. I don't know what to do. I was like to the point where like I didn't know what to do, basically. And yeah, it was like the worst 3 months of my life. I don't even know how it just happened. And so later that night, I tried calling him again, and he didn't answer. And like a few minutes later, he returned my call. And this time, I really did not want to go easy on him because I was really mad about what I saw and all this. Like, he blocked me, he's cheating on me, he just doesn't hear me out. Like, he's supposed to be my boyfriend, but is really like cheating on me. And he cheated on me like 3 times. So I just went off on him. I was like, why the fuck did you do this and that and that and that and that? And he just stayed quiet like the whole time. And at this one point, he had the audacity to say like, okay, Anne, like, what? Like, if I'm telling you something, you cheated on me, and you're like, okay, Anne, like, really, like, that's gonna trigger me, because that's my feelings, my heart, and all this stuff. And so he basically didn't care at all. I started going off on like what he did to me, and at this one sudden point, he swore on his grandfather's grave, guys. He swore on his grandfather's grave that that date that he had on his bio was his date, his grandfather's date. And I was like, wow, like, this fucked up person just really did that to his grandfather. Like, that's how fucked up he is. Like, he really is. He really was. That's how fucked up he really was. And I really didn't understand why. Like, I don't know why. The whole time, yeah, the whole 3 times I was loyal to him at all times. But he wasn't, apparently. So after I told them everything that I needed to tell them, after I relieved everything out of my chest and told them, I clicked. And he was gonna start speaking, but I didn't let him. So I was like, okay. And I just clicked. And like, I erased everything, his messages, his phone calls, his phone number. I blocked them on my phone, and I just didn't want to hear it. Like, I was done. Like, I was not about to be in a toxic ass relationship with this weird ass dude. You get me? And after that, like, he started messaging me because he still had my number. He started messaging me, and I didn't reply. He was like, I'm sorry, this and that. And he just, like, I really didn't care at that point. So he started messaging me. I didn't answer. I deleted all the numbers, and then I blocked them. And from there on, like, I was talking to my brother. We were outside. So next to my house, there's like a park. And I was there with my older brother, and I started talking to him because he saw me like so mad and like crying. And he was like, what's wrong? And I told him everything that happened, because my family didn't know about him. Honestly, my family didn't know about him, and they don't know about him at all. So I started talking to my brother, you know, to like, and he was like just giving me advice, like to stay calm, everything was gonna be okay. And like minutes into the conversation, you see someone passing by my house, and it's him. And I'm just like, why is he here? Why is he here? And one of the reasons why he passed by was because I didn't answer the phone. And he's like, no shit, I was not gonna answer the phone. And he just passed by, and he saw me with my brother, and I'm guessing he didn't know who my brother was, because I really didn't talk to him about my family and anything like that. So he didn't know who my brother was. He thought that I was with someone else, but it was my older brother. And so he just looked at me and he left, right? And from that, like, I just got inside my house, and it took me a cool like few days to get over it, like to get over the crying part, because like I was in a really toxic situation. But I started finding myself again. And like in school, sometimes he would see me in school, during school, because he used to go to a school that was close to there, to my high school. So he would see me and he would try calling me, but this time he wouldn't. Since I had him blocked from my phone, he tried calling me through like I don't know if it was a different phone or like if he had an app or something, but he tried calling. Apparently he saved my number, and he tried calling me, and I'll be like, hello, like, who's this? And he'll just be like, hi, do you remember me? Or like he'll just be like, hey, and like, I miss you. And I'm just like, who is this? Like, I didn't know who it was, and I was like, who's this? And I'd be like, you don't like, and he'll just tell me like, it's this and that, this and that. I'm not gonna say the name, because yeah, I don't wanna like shame anybody, even though he deserves to be shamed. But I'm not gonna say any names. But he would just tell me like, it's this and that, like, I miss you. And he was like just tell me all these things, right? And I'm like, what do you want? And I'll cuss him out. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And I'll just click, you get me? Because I was so over it. I didn't want to know anything about it. He would call me and call me and call me for the few several days after I had dumped him. He started calling me, and he wouldn't stop at all. And I would click all the time, and I would go to my best friend for advice as well, because I really didn't know how to deal with him. Me and my best friend would go out to like the park, and we would see him there, which was really crazy. He would basically stalk me. And some other things that he would do would be like not come to my house, but pass through my house, like in the streets. Like, he'll just pass through, and he'll try to look for me and stuff. And but like, yeah, just like, so he'll try to see if I was outside my house or something. I don't know. But he would pass through my house all the time. He'll just call me and call me. He'll try to like seduce me. I don't know why. Like, he'll try to seduce me and be like, hey, and like talking to me like all that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, somebody please come get their ugly ass man. Like, come get them. Like, he'll try to seduce me and be like, oh, let's meet up. I have this for you. I have that for you. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I would just be like weirded out, you get me? Because like, apart from him cheating on me, he still wanted me back. And sometimes, oh, there was this one time he actually called me crying. He was crying. He was like, I missed you, I want you back, like, she left me and this and that. I'm like, that's what you get. Like, I really don't care. And I was literally screaming on the phone, and I was inside the house, and my dad thought that I was like having like an argument with my best friend. So he's like, you know what, just give me the phone and click. And I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. Like, I'm like, we're here having a conversation. And he would, like, my parents would be like, you're not having a conversation, like, you're yelling. But they thought, like, reminder again, that they thought that I was having an argument with my best friend. And then months passed by, and I started talking to this new person. This person is not my boyfriend. I started talking to him, and I remember the first time we went to a concert together. Like, I still had my ex on my Snapchat, And after that concert, like, he messaged me and he was like threatening me, like he threatened me so badly. He was just like, why are you with him, and what are you doing, and who gave you permission to go out? And he was just telling me like, I can't believe that it's been like a few months and you're already with someone else. And he was just telling me all this stuff like, I can't believe you, like, you're the cheater here. And he was just accusing me, like, he was acting like the victim. And I was like, boy, don't start with me today. Like, I was talking to this person, which is my boyfriend now. At the time he wasn't, but and I really liked the bond that we had, and I really didn't want to mess it up all because of him, you get me? So I was like, you're nobody to me, and this and that. And he was just like, do you love him? Like, he asked me, he was like, do you love him? And I was like, okay, and what if I love him? Like, that's my problem, not yours. Like, you're not in my life no more. Like, just leave me alone. And from there on, I just blocked him on social media because I was like, I do not want him to mess up my relationship. I mean, my friendship with the guy that I'm with right now, and I don't want it to go like bad, you get me? And so from there on, like, he didn't bother me no more. Sometimes, yeah, I would see him in school, but I had him completely blocked, so there was no way that he would contact me in any way unless it was with a different number, different phone. And yeah, that basically happened. And I got to have a way better relationship with my boyfriend now. Like, literally, it's nothing compared to any other relationship. It's like, I'm just genuinely happy. I wasn't genuinely happy before. I was miserable, and now I'm like really happy. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So till this day now, the reason I decided to make this video is because about 2 days ago, he called me back. I got a call that said no caller ID, and I've been applying for jobs, and I thought it was like one of the job people, right? Like one of the jobs. And I answered, I was like, hello. And he was like, Kelly. And I was like, what? I was like, who's this? And I was like, who's this? And I'm like, do you remember me? And he just kept on telling me, like, do you remember me? Do you remember me? And I'd be like, who is this? Like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but why are you calling me? Like, who are you? And in that moment, like, I realized it was him, because he would always call me in the no caller ID. And he would always, like, start off telling me like, hey, but didn't mention his name. So like, he made me like he was playing, he every time he called me, he always played guess who it is with me, basically. So that's why I was like, it's him. And he was just telling me all this stuff, like really bad stuff. Like, he was just like, hey, it's me, do you remember me? I was the one before Joel, which is my boyfriend. And I started getting scared because I'm like, how does he know, like, what's his name? Like, how does he know who he is? And to me, I thought like, oh, he's probably still stalking, so he probably made a new account and started stalking me and my boyfriend, or I don't know what. I assume that that's what he did because he mentioned my boyfriend's name. And yeah, he just started telling me like dirty stuff. Like, it was really nasty, like all this dirty and nasty stuff, which I'm not gonna be mentioning in the video because I don't want nobody to feel grossed out or anything. But he was just like basically he was just like harassing me through the phone. Like, he was just harassing me. And in that moment, like, I was just like, what do you want? What the fuck do you want? Like, I started cussing at him. And then he was like, there's no need for you to raise your voice at me. Like in a very, like, ugly voice. And I was just like, well, if you don't want me to raise your voice, if you don't want me to raise my voice, then don't fucking call me. I didn't say it this calm, but I screamed at him, right? I yelled it out to him. And after that, I just clicked. And from there on, I messaged my boyfriend because I didn't know how to feel. I felt really like like, I felt watched. Like, I felt like he was just, like, I really had a stalker on my back. Like, I felt harassed, I felt weird, I felt like all over the place, you get me? Like, I don't want to go back to that life anymore. It just scared me to the point where it's like, am I in danger? Like, can I not be at home just relaxing? Like, is someone gonna be watching me all the time? Like, that's how I felt. And so I messaged him. I told him like I felt scared, and I talked to my brother as well that same night, and they both told me to go to the police station and like put a and they both told me to go to the police station and tell them what happened and tell them what he used to do and all this stuff. And the reason why I was mostly scared was because I knew some of the felonies that he had done before. Like, I found out about these like 2 months into a relationship. It was really bad. I found out that he actually slapped and hit his ex-girlfriend, the one that he cheated on me with. Yes, I know, it's weird. She still wanted him back for that. He basically was abusive. So he was basically like very abusive. He had like anger management issues, and that's probably one of the things that scared me the most, because I also forgot to mention that during the relationship he did try to hurt me, but I didn't actually like reach out to nobody, right? Like, I stopped him in time because he tried hurting me to the point where it was like bad. Like, not hurting me like my feelings, like emotionally, but hurting me physically. And I didn't reach out to nobody because I felt like I was able to handle it on my own without anybody. So that's probably one of the reasons why I was really scared. And yeah, so far he hasn't called me back. I thank God he hasn't. I wish he doesn't call me back again, because if he does call me back, then I will report it and it will go way bad for him. He'll have another house arrest, he'll have another restraining order, he'll have basically anything. He needs to stop harassing me and every other girl that he has harassed before, because yeah, that's really bad. It's been almost like 2 years and he's still calling me. So it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, I don't get it. Like, why? So that's basically the story of my stalker. I will keep you guys updated if anything happens, or anything like that. Like, if he passes by, or I see him again, or he just calls me on private, or any other thing, I'll keep you guys updated. But that was it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like it and find it really interesting. I try not to keep it so long just because I don't want to bore you guys, but if you guys found this interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I will be posting more videos soon. I'll actually be posting a video tomorrow, the makeup video that I didn't post today, and I will also be posting collabs with other people. So stay tuned for those videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Just let me lay out in your sunlight. I love the way it makes me